You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today's guest is William Donohoe, owner of the Shipping Shack, Inc. William is the first person in Hawaii to receive governmental funding for his business due to medical disability. So, William, some people say that it's difficult to do business in Hawaii. What is your feeling on that?
I've ran across the many obstacles myself. In fact, there was just an article that came out the other day saying I believe how Hawaii was ranked 49th or 50th in the country or whatever. And just from my own personal experiences, like I said, I ran into many obstacles, but I strongly believe that there's a lot of programs in regards to like the funding through vocational rehab, in certain circumstances, like in regards to my disability, plus the C program. And I think that the word's not out there that some of these programs exist, and a lot of times this money, government money, is not used, and I think the government, the state of Hawaii has these programs. They need to publicize it more and let the private sector know there is help available, so, which I believe they are starting to do now. So
DVR is the one that guided you to this funding?
Through my my grant to start my business, and then the C program, I've came across this on my own doing research for my plan.
If somebody is not working with the DVR or the C program, how would they be able to find other government grants to maybe help them with their dreams as well?
Myself personally, I did a lot of research on the internet. It's very time consuming, etc. But I came across other programs, etc., which I did not qualify for government grants. And the programs are out there. You just have to do a lot of research, And I say the internet's probably the best resource.
So being in business so far for about a few months, you said, correct?
Correct, since November.
What do you feel have been the biggest challenges since you've opened your doors, and how have you folks been able to solve these issues?
We've had several challenges. First of all, some of the material I had to order from the mainland, payments getting lost, shipments getting lost coming back over here, shipments delayed, software program I acquired, supposed to have been Hawaii friendly, and there's been several bugs in the program. I had to work around that because it was the customers standing in line were getting irritated. There's been several other circumstances. Like it was a brand new building I moved into here when they didn't hook the telephone line up to the building, so there wasn't no phone service, and that delayed for me opening for like 3 weeks, etc. There is constant, it's like I call turmoil. I just tried to keep focus and work, and eventually everything's worked out pretty well.
So for a new business person opening their doors soon or just recently opened, do you have any advice for them?
Yes, make sure you have a business plan, and always have a backup plan for every aspect of your business plan. In fact, have 2 or 3 directions you could go, whether it can be for funding, for material, for employees. Don't wait till something happens, then try to figure out what you're going to do. Have something in mind or written down. When something occurs, you can make immediate changes and keep on going forward. If not, you will get stuck, and it can make your business fail.
So, William, you had started your career in FedEx, working for them as a shipper. Then you found out about your medical history and, what was going on with your body. Then you decided to open your own business. How was the transition for you from an employee to an employer?
The transition, I would say, was more, I'd say there's different aspects of it. There was a lot of emotional and mental stress, not knowing which direction, if I was going to be able to go back to work, if I was going to receive my grant. I had no idea where my life was heading, and that was probably the most. And then trying to, contour or form, I had to take charge myself and say, okay, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. Because it's like my whole life was in limbo, and nobody was, at first was assisting myself or whatever, so I had to take charge and go gung-ho forward, and then make that transition from being an employee and to employer, and trying to transform whatever if I have learned from my past life experience, my schooling. I've had management experience, my experience at FedEx, etc., and transform that knowledge over as an employer, and trying to relate, having employees underneath me in charge, which I had experience before because I've been in charge of teams or et cetera in my past employment. So I did have management experience. So taking everything I have accumulated over my lifetime into the step I wanted to make the direction in my life I want to go with, and at the same time trying to deal with the mental and emotional stress that was placed on myself due to the circumstances I had no control over, and tried to make the adjustment.
So what would you say to those people who are still employees, but they still have the dream of opening their business? What would you say to them?
My advice would be don't wait, because a lot of people, we get in a daily routine of getting up in the morning, going to work, coming home, wherever the case may be, and next thing you know, half your life is gone past you, and you always could say, I should have done this. If you have a dream, go do it. And if you run into any obstacles in your life, where it could be like my situation, where the case may be, we all have hard, rough times. Always look deep inside there, and you will find something you can grab a hold of and use that to your advantage. If you look deep enough, it's there.
Thank you, William, for joining us today on Greater Good Radio Hawaii. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is Carrie Leong saying, please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio Hawaii.